it's
just now U9. Like everybody's
U9
having
here,
pretty good success with the lifestealer.
Pretty sure we had lifestealers in our first series of the day with VGJ and whoever the hell they played. But for here, we're going. Oh yeah, LFY. That's right. Jug going to be the tried and true pickup here. We saw it in the previous game in the hands of Miracle, but now it looks like it's going to be going to NewBee's side, and in particular, possibly U9 if they don't give it to SEC in the mid lane versus Invoker, which we've seen that matchup before, but I don't know if this is the time and place. And then Liquid going to a solid Crystal Maiden, valuing getting the extra bit of mana throughout the early game and mid game.
Yeah. I think it could be maybe possible they go for I was going to say maybe Lina for SCCC, but then versus the Monkey Invoker could be a little susceptible to the move ganks, and, in scale is hard. I think NewBee likes to scale a bit more. But Lina has been coming into fruition a lot more.
Yeah.
Looking at Liquid's bans, the TA and the Naga, I think these kind of like are total, but since they have the Invoker, they want to have the Invoker with a good matchup, and then they don't want to deal with the Coddle Naga split push,
Could we see the Swag Fiend, or do you think he's also susceptible to kind of the early game movements too?
It's one of his most comfortable heroes.
To see like a Miracle Invoker versus like an SEC comfort pick in the mid lane, like that's very hype. And I want to see who the true mid lane. I want my preview to the 1v1 right now. but we'll see.
Get there. We'll get there.
Maybe they'll think in a bit. I'm curious if they usually run this Nyx as an offlane pickup for KP, or if they're going to be doing it with Kaka. I think they ran it on Kaka in their earlier series they had. So, nope, not this time though. Earth Spirit comes out now, which makes it a bit more clear cut. 4-position roaming Earth Spirit, and it's going to be a Nyx Assassin support. And then look at this pickup from Liquid. Nature's Prophet comes out. They had this in their first series, but they ran it mid lane under Matama Man. I don't know if that's going to be the same case here with Invoker already being out, but definitely some funky action here from Liquid. Unless we've seen Mind Control play NP in the past. Like, I'm talking
a while back.
Shanghai Major past, I think.
Yep.
When they were like alternating between Matama Man and Mind Control, but it's been a while.
I'm trying to get the full reasoning as to why they drafted it. Maybe to put the pressure on the safe lane, since Keeper Light needs a lot of levels, and so does Nyx. Keeper Light and Nurse Spirit need a lot of levels. He can just constantly be up there and force pressure and force levels with the Monkey King. But they picked it into a Nyx Assassin, who's probably one of the better heroes at just catching the Fury on the split push and the movement around the map.
Gotta say, I don't know if it was said yet, but Earth Spirit's also pretty nice to have against Monkey King. You can just rolling boulder through the trees, and you'll connect with him and take him off the tree.
Yeah.
So that's like a stun slow combo. So I don't know here. I'm a little concerned for Liquid right now as far as the draft's thrown together, but maybe there's something that we're not seeing, something between the lines that they're going to be able to sync it all together with this magical 5th pick.
Yeah, they're trying to get more push type thing too with the Furion, I guess, for that, and just and pressuring the safe lane. Like, that's mine. I mean, they probably do have some other.
I mean, this 5th pick could be I mean, I don't want to be so ballsy, but if this was a Lone Druid era still, it could have been a 5th pick Lone Druid. You have Alacrity Bear plus Nature's Prophet. I mean, that's like all in on heavy push. I don't know if that's something they're going for. That this could be some sort of crazy like Brewmaster or something to help
picking
push.
Like heavy push into like Coddle, right? Though it's like
that's true. That's true. It's true.
We'll see how they do want to round it up. Maybe they just put Matu on the Furin and they just pick another offlaner still, and then they just have him getting really involved very early. I think that might be the case just because they don't have a clear-cut initiator. They probably want to just have this DPSing Furion and then Mind Control being an initiator on a different hero.
Yeah, what is still out there? Axe is gone, Magnus gone, Centaur's now gone.
Bat
Rider.
Rider. At Bat Rider versus Nyx and Jug and Coddle, I don't think Bat Rider is probably an ideal option here.
Yeah, Darkseer doesn't really add a whole lot. He used to be known to play a lot of good Darkseer, but Darkseer doesn't really help much on his team here. Maybe Monkey King with Iron Shell. I haven't seen it too much, but yeah, I don't think that's the winning ticket here for him. They're going to ban out the Ember, even though typically you'd see Ember as a bad matchup against Invoker in the mid lane. I guess just giving it the bit of respect, they'll get rid of it.
They don't have like great lockdown for him. They've got the Frostbite, sure, and then the Boundless Strike, but other than that, it's not really ideal to catching an Ember Spirit with that.
All right. Not a whole lot of reserve time to work with here if you're Liquid, and this will certainly identify exactly what this Nature's Prophet is going to be up to here. This is either going to be the Mind Control pickup or a late-game Matama Man grab. I don't know if a cheesy pick might suddenly surface here.
I don't really think you want to have your 2 cores be int heroes. So it's like they want an initiator, but they also
It's going
wanted.
to be Matama Nature's Prophet.
So it's Matumba Nature's Prophet. So
In the, he normally plays it in the mid lane. I don't know. Do you take that away from the Invoker, and can Miracle rep this Invoker in one of the safe lanes? Nature's Prophet also could be susceptible to ganks from Earth Spirit. You could say the same about Invoker unless he gets an early Ghost Walk. It's going to be a tricky
I
game.
think the Invoker. Yeah, I think it's just standard lanes. I think it just has to be in the Invoker mid and Furin safe lane. He can get involved very early.
Okay. I'm a little skeptic, not going to lie.
Me too.
Oh,
man.
And then NewBee come out with the big guns now, and they get the Alchemist here. Not exactly the one-on-one matchup in the mid lane I was hoping to see.
Yeah.
Alchemist isn't really an exciting mid laner to show off all your mid-game or mid-lane finesse between 9K players, but
It gives
NewBee
them.
want to win.
They want to. I mean, they have
They
a
wanna
very
win.
hard scaling lineup versus a lineup that I would say. I mean, the Invoker is a hero that can always like infinitely kind of scale, but Furion into a Nyx Assassin, you are a hero that gains a lot of int. Those mana burns really hurt. I'm liking what NewBee's got in this one.
NewBee taking the 2 cores that Liquid tried to pull out in game number 1 and just taking it right back at him. God, how much of a I don't want to say how devastating, but how much of a message would that put out there here? You know, NewBee coming in 4-0 to start, probably sitting at the top of what is the tougher of the 2 groups, where teams like Liquid are coming in as potential favorites. I don't want to say maybe the whole tournament, but definitely people were looking at Liquid as a possible top 3.
Yeah.
And now could find themselves just already slumping down into the lower bracket when they move on to playoffs here, unless they could pull out something clutch here in the second game. I don't know, though. I naturally just kind of lean towards NewBee here with this draft.
Yeah, I do too. It's always about this like Monkey King Invoker. There could be some ridiculous stuff that happens in the laning phase that just gives the Invoker such a good start. And if Monkey King does have a really good start, I mean, he can become a massive driving force in these games. Like if he gets his Basher like pre-15 minutes or whatever as a support, it's ludicrous how much you actually do in team fights with
I'm
Orb
excited
and Basher.
to see what GH is
So
going to be able
it's
to do with it.
Kuroki, Monkey King, GHCM.
Oh, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kuro, a guy who has played what feels like almost every role in the game. And maybe he's just the one who has played Monkey King. Maybe GH hasn't really had the time to grind it out in pubs. And this is the classic start for your Monkey King. You go up towards the top bounty, find a tree, and just kind of maybe wait for a level 1 pounce. Oh, what?
He wants to get some wards down.
To block out the camps here?
Yeah, he's blocking out the...
That one didn't... Did I block it? Yeah,
yeah, that blocks it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the... And he puts a ward behind for vision.
Are they doing aggro lanes? I wonder if they'll aggro, or you know what they did maybe
What
last
they did
time.
before, I think. Yeah.
Give Mind Control a good start. Okay, Unite turns the round, runs on forward here. He's alone and could be surrounded by 3 Liquid members here in a hot second, and they're going to go for it right away. There's the burrow. There's the pounce coming in.
The Orb of Venom.
The right clicks, the Orb of Venom. Suddenly Earth Spirit shows up and says, lay off my man. He's going to be able to avoid the Sunstrike and avoid being first blooded, it looks like. Kaka shows up. Ooh, a blast also comes out here.
Forcing Mind Control to salve up. UU9 does not have a salve, however. He actually has to... I mean, he doesn't have to go... Maybe he goes to a shrine, just walks back and uses one quickly and comes back. But we'll see. Does he have something coming on the courier? He has a TP, so it looks like that might be the plan.
Jumps in for Faith here, but Faith obviously already pretty far and away. Will allow Liquid to secure up another good bounty rune start. But as they got that, KP was able to grab the bounty rune on the bottom, so it's 2 for 2. Takes it away from Matama Man.
Yeah, stunned him and grabbed it.
Nice. So what about this matchup here? We're going to have Nyx Assassin versus Nature's Prophet. Feels pretty good for Nature's Prophet. I mean, you got the trees and the range to kind of work with.
Yeah.
But I don't know if like maybe as Mana Burn comes online and levels come online, it could be tougher. Oh, top lane here. Here we go. Pounce, Sunstrike, and there's your first blood. Faith going to be easily taken down and possibly going for more here. Frostbite set up on for Kaka. They use the Mango to get the Burrow, and they'll leave it for Kuro to get the last hit. Suddenly 2-0 for Liquid, coming out in all cylinders in game number 2.
Yeah, very aggressive plays there. The Faith, as soon as Faith stepped on the side there, I think he knew himself. He was like, I should not be in the side versus a Monkey King. I need to be playing in the lane. And they end up, losing 2 right away.
And they'll hit the early shrine here. Curious to see if they take their business right back towards the top lane. This Monkey King quickly could become a headache in the early game. But, that's where Kaka needs to kind of do the same for himself and his team. So here he comes towards the bottom lane, looking for a setup with a rolling boulder here. I feel like every Earth Spirit I've seen today, I've had terrible times connecting with rolling boulders in the early game. Let's see if Kaka can do it.
Matu's level 2.
Don't get the setup with the stun
TP.
early. And, without Boulder Smash, can't cancel it. All right.
As for the 1v1 matchup as the Nyx versus the Furion, Furion's able to pressure a bit with Treants, but with Poor Man's Shield, Nyx is actually able to do quite well in that 1v1 scenario. But yeah, with also a rotation early from an Earth Spirit forcing Furion to TP, if you get a little bit of advantage at Nyx, it makes it really big because he can't stack up 4 Treants. It makes it a lot easier for you in the lane.
GH flirting around here. He wants to try to steal the bounty, but Faith is like, no, it's my bounty, and he's not going to be able to get it because he'll get frostbit. So nice snag there from GH, able to take the deep bounty rune away. And it looks like the exchange will be that there's going to be a bit of a pull here. Faith will try his best to blast it down and contest as much as possible, but this is a pretty nice lead-in for Liquid already. Over on the other side, SEC is already kind of working with the jungle camps nearby and the bounty runes. You see that Kuro has been waiting in the mid lane to maybe get an approach, but SEC has been able to kind of farm on the side. He's already level 4 at 2.5 minutes in.
Yeah, he's getting pressured a bit by like the Monkey King missing and also Miracle going for the Wax Sword early build with the Alacrity. Just gets right
scan too.
He gets hit really hard and they were trying to go for it, yeah.
Oh, top
Sunstrike
lane.
Top.
Nice setup there. U9 tries to Blade Fury out from this one, and looks like he'll be fine.
Lots of pressure being put on that safe lane.
Yeah. Full aggro setup here. Kuro makes his return too. Oh, God, what is he doing? He's floating in as a tree. Creeps up from behind. They don't ping him. Might have been able to sneak through. GH also coming in. They want to dive for this Jug, and they might be able to do it. Hit him with the Nova 2. He has no Blade Fury to make it out, and Kuro will get the finish. Another takedown here. Hot start for Liquid. 3-0.
Jug's still able to get decent CS, and they're getting okay, I guess, okay experience on the supports because Kaka is just sitting in the bottom lane. But yeah, definitely nice pickups there coming for Liquid, giving a lot of space to the mid lane and the bottom lane to do kind of what they want, while the supports are able to get stuff.
Whoa, swing and a miss on the boulder roll. That was a good step back from Matama Man here, as NewBee are not able to apply as much safe lane pressure as they're receiving. They're hoping to. So I'm curious if Kaka continues to hang around here and go for another take, or if he's going to have to take his business elsewhere. Seems like it could be shifting through and back towards the mid lane, where we have Kuro looking to pounce here. Sunstrike is going to make some mild connection. Rotations are going to be forced out, though. But no full kill. Kuro really being all over the place, making some good use out of the early game of this Monkey King.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to get too all over the place here. Does need to find some time to level up, but looks like he's about to get to his level 3, so it's not too shabby.
Well, I don't think this is the game where we're going to be seeing a very early Coddleags.
Yeah, right?
They're putting a ton of pressure on that safe lane.
Yeah, definitely. So he's just kind of trying to be babysitter to U9. It's kind of an awkward spot where he'll just have to pull camps here and hope to God that there's no monkey waiting in the tree nearby. So Mind Control gets his head start. Liquid love to set up for him. GH is going to be a bit greedy at this moment and work in the jungle to kind of muscle up his Crystal Maiden a bit. But always being proactive for setups across the map here, utilizing that Sunstrike as much as possible. As Kuro potentially makes his return back towards the mid lane here.
He's just trying to catch the Alchemist every time. Now he knows the Alch's probably farming over here, so he's gonna get over here. He gets some. He's gonna get eyes on SC.
Kaka is close by. They're pinging onto him here. He's thinking about going for it, but he's one man. Oh, I like this. Pops into the tree, but no, I'm getting so distracted by it that I didn't see that Mind Control is able to get a setup play here with some assistance of the teleport coming in from Matama Man. They'll get the takedown of U9.
I was very distracted as well. I was trying to see if I was switching between vision to see if he was actually catching glimpses of vision of him, and he wasn't actually. He just was getting experience, so he knew that the Alchemist was there.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a little bit distracted there. Apologies.
Monkey King things, you know.
Yeah, the changes of the way the vision works with the tree jump. So. But yeah, good rotation from Matu. He gets himself a kill, and he's able to pressure the top tower a bit.
And now
yeah,
SEC could be in trouble, sweeping in. Just as Kaka is hoping to go for his own jump on the Miracle, that's when they'll see that it's Liquid dishing out their own surprise. But a rotation does come in from KP, and now it's going to be GH in a bit of trouble. Tries to sidestep the stun, but it's not going to be able to do so. Instead, takes the full aggression up. They'll be able to get the finish there with the help of the acid spray. Mind control burrows into the action now, but Matama Man getting involved, and now the jumping from Kuro should help them get the finish onto KP. Kaka will be able to roll up to the high ground to create a little bit of space. SCCC will survive the initial gank attempt, and they'll trade 1 for 1. But it is an offlaner going down in that Nyx Assassin for the little GH Crystal Maiden.
Good aggression coming out from Liquid.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to keep up this momentum here in the early game. Keeping Kuro active, keeping around, keeping the setups going.
I mean, the ward placement it dictates like what their idea is in the game. Just like the other one, they put 2 very aggressive wards in to watch wherever the Alchemist is farming. Kind of the same kind of concept as the last game.
Yeah, SC has been kind of working over here on the right-hand side of these 2 jungle camps, avoiding where all the vision is there and planted for Liquid. But Liquid confident to be moving on in. Uh-oh, Faith shows himself with a blast, then quickly retreats out, knowing that they could easily converge in. Just trying to slow their roll, but this looks like a tier 1 that is going to be going the way of Liquid right now. Meanwhile, bottom lane, GH has been spotted. Kaka holding the Boulder Smash for now. Doesn't want to overcommit, it looks like, and we'll let that one go. And that's the sound of a tier 1 going down. It's Liquid getting the first mark, pulling ahead still.
This is like very typical Liquid kind of move thing, right? Where they always want to be able to claim that tier 1 very early. I think that's why they like to pick these like Furions. They used to pick the Lycan a lot to kind of go for that kind of thing. Of course, now Lycan not so much, but
now the whole jungle is open to them, which takes away a jungle farm for that Alchemist, as mentioned before. U9 seems to get a quick snipe takedown there of Crystal Maiden, using that first Omni Slash of the game. Just a poor little support going down. Not much to see. It's probably too violent anyways. Girl's back now in the bottom lane. Phase Boots, Orb of Venom, takes to the tree. And now between him and the approaching GH.
He does not have range just yet.
Oh!
He's trying to get in the back, but
Kaka barely rolls away in time, avoiding the burrow, coming in from Mind Control, but they're still going to look to pursue. A Boulder Smash comes out from Kaka, brilliantly able to create space, and they avoid what is a 4-man gank. U9, wow!
Ooh. Don't know if he would have died from that one anyway. I think it's only like 287 right now. Yeah, so he would have been okay.
But that
Still.
is almost full Liquid attendance in that bottom lane trying to make something happen. So.
The aggression, though, you can like feel like they're like, okay, we're versus like this Alchemist Jug, just like NewBee put the pressure on us a bit in the last game. We're the ones being the aggressors. We're the one putting the pressure, trying to make stuff happen all over the place.
Absolutely. Invoker does pick up his Midas now.
KP, level 6 on the Nyx Assassin, scouts out the Sand King. They have not seen Kuroki.
Yeah, they have really no way to see Kuroki. It's so tough, you know, until you get like a
they just saw.
Coddle. Oh, eat the tree. Rotations coming in as they try to pressure for the tier 1 here. I can't believe he can get away with just sitting way back there. Okay, Kuro will eventually spring
Stun
out
off the mark
trouble,
from KP.
Okay. So he tries to shuffle back, gets hit with the Sprout. Nothing to really lock him in place.
It's 5 heroes response from NewBee. Mind Control's able to find a little bit of space. Farm, go for that early blink dagger.
Yep. Lots of flirting, but again, that continued respect from both these teams.
Fairly even. About 1,000 gold lead going toward Liquid, almost like 2,000 experience. That's probably that top tower.
Yep.
Top lane, here we go.
Epi Sunstrike. No hope right there for KP. He was done for.
Yeah, Epi from the fog. Nice play there from Mind Control with that Calling Blade pickup that he does have. He cut himself like a kind of little path and was able to set up for that with the Sunstrike on top.
Gets that, gets a bounty rune, and gets himself that much closer to getting that Blink Dagger online. You have a nice little deep ward. They'll see Kataka rotating in as he dashes his way towards a haste rune. Mind Control trying to get the catch onto him with a burrow with a Sunstrike.
Oh, Sunstrike off the mark, but he should be dead anyway.
All that for a haste rune, buddy.
Not worth.
Not worth it at all.
Bottom lane, Kuroki. This could be where they get the aggression onto him, but nope, as soon as UU9 shows, he backs up.
Another tower going to be going down. And more money in the bank for Liquid. And you're going against an Alchemist kind of a lineup, and things still pretty neck and neck. That's got to be awesome for Liquid.
Yeah, they're like aggro tri-lane really worked for them this game. They put a ton of pressure on the Coddle. The Earth Spirit wasn't able to really get the movement that he could. He didn't really have a great lane to gank because the Furion was able to just TP out multiple times. And, yeah, it's just like everything's working. They pressure the Juggernaut so hard that his farm is just not good.
And it's
And now he's
not
getting
going to
down
get any
again.
better.
And
Yep.
is he going to be able to get brought down from this?
Yep.
Yes, he will be.
My God.
He's even going for a drum on Juggernaut. I don't remember the last time I saw a drum
That's
Juggernaut.
like the equivalent of like Vanguard Spectre. Oh. Well,
He's just getting pressured way too hard. He's got 3,000 net worth, while his counterpart has almost 5,000. And it looks like Kuroki's feeling good, looking like he's going for a Midas on the Monkey King.
I mean, there's nothing to really stop him. They don't even see him. He's just constantly moving around the map, making all these wonderful setups. Probably calling the shots, too. Easy setup, spring into action with a +1 stun and a Sunstrike, and that's really a recipe for disaster.
Miracle went for a drum of his own, too.
Yeah, I
this
noticed
one?
I heard a drum
Yeah.
earlier in the mid lane, and I'm like, who has that drum? It's Miracle. Drum's back, I guess.
I think that was actually Matu's drum that was actually used before, because Matumba Man also has one. And
What
his
the
actually has a
hell?
charge used on the Furion.
So drum is an item in Dota again, it seems like. All they had to do is kind of cut the price a bit.
It's good. I think it's good on certain heroes, like the Furion, the Invoker. It's, if you're Forge Spirits, etc. It's very good.
Oh, man. NewBee have a thing going here, but he actually just swings and misses Kuro and puts himself into quite the precarious situation. Kaka, unfortunately, not be able to get the connection onto Kuro he was hoping for, and now it's Liquid rolling into their territory while they're trying to deal with this stacked camp, hoping out SEC is going to be good enough. They're making their move for KP. There goes the Monkey Ultimate, and now KP tries to go for a TP, but he's not going to make it out. He gets quickly dropped. Kuro now dominating. Omni Slash to fly from U9, and then the Blade Fury, but still not able to get the connection. Finally, they get the takedown. It's going to be onto GH, but they'll still be able to have their number. They take them down. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade. It looks like
Faith gets a blast onto Kuroki on the backside.
All right, all right. That earns him a little bit of a purse.
Yeah, pretty good one. Gets him like a full point booster if he wants to go for it.
Still obviously far off the quota he had in the first game, but it doesn't matter. You got to get nags this game if you definitely want to be keeping tabs on this Monkey King and maintain the vision here for your course. SCCC still holds the high net worth here, but it's not as high and mighty as you'd like to see in any typical Alchemist game. He's trying to muscle his way towards the rest of that Radiance here. He's getting closer to at least getting the Sacred Relic complete, but still has a little bit of a journey ahead of him.
Yeah, he's getting ran at so often.
It's
And
also
losing those tier 1s, losing the top tier 1 and losing their mid tier 1, he doesn't have really great access to his jungle at all, so his farm is getting impacted a bit.
Ooh, KP. Oh, they pop the dust. Oh, they see him. He's able to get the Carapace, but it only briefly slows them down. Ruthless Liquid Gaming. Still
Sunstrike,
very,
Sunstrike.
very relevant here.
Miracle's getting majority of those last hits on the Sunstrikes too, so he's getting boosted quite highly.
4-0.
Yeah, 4-0 and 6 involved in 10 of the kills, and he's neck and neck with the Alchemist, which is absolutely not where your Alchemist wants to be.
New. Tough up game for Kaka too. This is like what you can see when you just don't get those setups in the early game, and you know you can't farm. You're just like lost, and you're made of rock. He's got magnetized now at least, but he's got a lot of work ahead of him here. He's just falls flat so easily.
This looks like it will be Kuroki's death this time around. Will he hop in the tree? No, he won't. He's going to get brought down for sure.
Almost hopping to a tree could be more trouble for him, but they'll get him nonetheless.
They get Faith.
Wait, Liquid. Oh,
in the
Miracle
meantime.
got a kill, yeah.
Yeah, they get Faith in the meantime. I think he like spots a blast and Matumba just... Actually, I don't even think Matumba TP'd. I think it was just Miracle getting him.
Oh.
There, Neppy.
Yep.
Bottom lane.
Yep.
Sunstrike on top, too. Boom. UU9. Again, Miracle gets the last hit, so that'll be pretty much his Aghanims finished up on the Invoker. Very quick timing.
Okay. Nice. 2-man stun into another 2-man stun into a magnetize, into a silence pullback. Can they get the finish from Mind Control as well? Rotating on in is going to be Kuro, and he will burrow closer to his ally. But Kaka's like, let's go for it. Gets a nice 2-man connection of the Boulder Smash and another 2-man connection of the Impale from KP, but the damage is certainly not there. Plus, they had that Shrine. It's no good. Mind Control will be able to get his kill. He's also now dominating. 15-6, still a heavy advantage right now for Liquid. Just as NewBee are able to scrap a kill together, they'll lose something like their Jug shortly thereafter.
This Invoker is immense.
Yeah.
He's got, usually you see the Midas Aghanims come out, I'd say like between 18 and 24 minutes ideally. But he's got it at 16 minutes with the drum.
Looks like they may be able to get mind control, or did I speak too soon?
30 HP.
Oh! He is able to get in the Sandstorm and make it out from trouble. Avoids the Omni-Slash gank. Slick moves there from mind control.
Man, nothing is going in NewBee's favor
No,
this game.
not at all. Overexhausted from game one. I don't know what it is, but the fire is lit for Liquid, and for NewBee, it's definitely a shaky beginning.
Yeah, Kuroki's movement in the early game just really secured the lanes, and NewBee just wasn't able to really get anything from the laning phase, just kind of trading farm in a way.
He really plays this Monkey King well. I'm curious if it was him that was kind of taking priority on playing the hero and learning and adapting, or if he's just the only one who feels comfortable taking it. I'm not too sure, but he's making it work. And we'll have to see how much it's going to continue from here. What's he building? Oh, yeah, he said
the Midas.
Yep. She's almost got.
Here we go. They go for the Roche. They've got not the double Forge Spirits to help them out either, but they've got Alacrity and Furion, so.
And it doesn't look like NewBee are even going to bother trying to go onto that. Push out the lane, but this is Liquid's Roche. This is Liquid's extra life. The Tama Man building into what looks like an Orchid next.
Yeah, give himself some right click potential. I like it a lot. It's getting recalled. Gets brought out. S-triple-C. Yeah, he's just now it's just going to be kind of like this farm game. NewBee's very under the gun and very pressured, so they're just kind of going to be sticking on their side of the map while it's going to be, Liquid being the aggressors. So we're going to see very defensive wards coming out from NewBee more than likely.
See a Shadow Blade in queue for Jug. Interesting.
I mean, it's different. It's weird too, but it's like the idea of it you can kind of understand. They want to run this for space make for the Alchemist as much as possible till later on.
But this Invoker is just getting so grossly farmed right now. Every time I look over at him, he's got Boots of Travel in queue here.
I mean, it's KP's also not able to, not really finding any of the potential places for the ganks. Oh, he spots Kuroki.
Okay. Goes for the stun, and then to the mana burn. Rolling on in is going to be Kaka, setting up the extra bit of stun, and then he gets hit with another stun. And it's over. Kuro goes down, but that's just your pesky monkey running across the map here. Forces 3 from NewBee to respond and kind of be able to get the finish.
Small steps.
Small steps. But here they come, charging down their way towards their first Tier 1. SEC is still their big hope right now, as he's bulking up pretty nicely here. Obviously already has that rating. It's done as he's building to the Manta.
He went for the early charge, though, so he did want to be able to have that extra bit of survivability. Because how much pressure was going on. Mind control with a big commitment stun. There was no Sunstrike on top with the Furion ulti.
Yeah, Tornado is going to catch on to KP. U9, though, Blade Fearing away from the trouble. A harder commitment does come in, and they are going to get the finish onto Mind Control. Okay.
Maybe some slight miscommunication, because every single time there's been a stun, there's been the Sunstrike follow-up almost instantly. This time there was the Wrath of Nature was committed with the Burrow Strike, but there was no Sunstrike on top.
Oh, they got him! Kuro out of the
Kuro.
tree! He gets stunned and he gets taken down. Suddenly NewBee begin to string together a couple of kills. Can they catch GH with the Boulder Smash here? Lines up the shot. No, he doesn't. He forgot he couldn't kick the stone. He dropped the stone and walked past it, I guess. Didn't actually get the kickoff. That's unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't know if they really wanted to commit into a Tier 1 either. So, but yeah, maybe a slight little mistake there from Kaka. U9.
Ooh.
Getting tornadoed up.
Oh!
Oh! Beautiful combo.
Whew. My God. That's why you ban the hero.
Perfect spell committed.
All right. Well, it seems to happen every time. You take one of ours, we take your Jug. And Jug gets brought down yet another peg as he continues to fall behind. Even behind the Sand King.
He at least has his Shadow Blade finished up.
Yeah.
So he can at least get into like back lines and stuff. And he's going to be able to get pooled items eventually from the Alchemist, so at least there's that.
All right. Faith is stringing his way closer towards that Ags here for the Coddle. He's got 2 of the 4 pieces now complete.
He's almost got 3 pieces complete.
Almost got the third.
Yeah, doing very well. That's a
Yep.
big turn thing when they get the Aghanims. The vision from the daytime versus the Monkey King is massive.
Yep.
And
Yep,
always,
yep.
it's not even just the vision too. It's also always having your spirit form up to always have the chance to use Blinding Light in those team fights and be able to recall anybody or recall the Alchemist around. Since Alchemist did not go boots of travel this game.
Yep. Now he does the
They're
recall.
bringing him in. Miracle.
Ooh, Mana Leak on the Miracle here. They bump him back. Mind Control goes to the high ground, then slides right back down, seeing the trouble before him. They commit on in. It looks like they might have to settle for the Sand King here. Magnetize committed, but that's when Kuro's going to be dishing out the Monkey King ult. Faith, oh, he fortunately doesn't have that Spear form up to be able to bump him out, so Miracle's going to be able to get the slash finish for Kaka. Kuro will be taken apart, though. So Kaka will be able to get the last hit there. A 1-for-1 trade. They'll hit the shrine and refresh. But NewBee will take the slight golden XP trade.
How much time we got left on Aegis should be getting reclaimed very shortly. Yeah, about 30 seconds.
Mind Control will cut down that wave here. NewBee really finding their best success when they've been kind of moving as a group here.
Yeah, I think that's what they definitely have to be doing in this one.
Yep.
I mean, the lane's going to be pushing in, but that's the beauty of having the Coddle.
Oh.
BKB, very early BKB
Debut of the
Alchemist.
BKB, yeah, is to dodge out this Burrow Strike. Gets the Acid Spray so he can't easily blink away, but I don't think that's how you want to show off your BKB.
Yep, definitely not, but okay. That happened.
Ugh. All right, well, Aegis will be reclaimed now. And as the Alchemist steps away to go back to the farm, that's when Liquid make their approach. A beautiful tornado setup comes out from Miracle. Allows for the follow-up there from Mind Control. And look at the quick takedown of Faith, prolonging that Aghanims a little bit more.
Yeah, this is big. Whenever they can pick up the Coddle, whenever they see him, they have to try to go for it. They've now claimed all the Tier 2s, so this really limits NewBee's potential to get a lot of farm in. But there's no real big wards. I think we should see some wards on somebody here on Liquid, right? Oh, no, nobody's actually carrying any wards. They only have one down. So I guess the other one's
they have
just...
these two, but they're just
They
unfortunately
just-
a little close together.
Yeah.
That's what you were talking about in the previous game where in these fights breaking out, you got to get the best vision possible. So that's when you're going to see some crazy obs
Yeah.
as a follow-up to it. But your Liquid step back and get back to the grind towards the top lane here.
Very concerned for the Juggernaut, but there is always he's very thankful that he can get items pulled, but he's got to get a couple of his own. So I feel like they do need to emphasize on making sure that U9 lives in a couple of these engagements.
Definitely.
KP as well. KP is just like this. I mean, I feel like that's the style that he plays for this team, though. He's the big sacrificial lamb.
It really is.
The last game, I think he bought back like 6 times and didn't get like the greatest item progression, but he did his job. This game, he's 0-4, but he's trying to get the setup for his team because that's he's the initiator. He's got to get the fight started, heading toward that Blink Dagger. Not too far away, 700.
I would imagine NewBee are going to take the time to farm right now. Faith can kind of finish out that Ags would be big. Getting KP that Blink Dagger would be nice. It looks like the Octarine is going to be slotted up next here for SEC, but that is a little ways ahead.
He went back for the bots so they can have that split push potential with the recalls coming up from 5th.
Okay. Seems good here. What about Liquid side?
Just Maelstrom on Matu,
Yep.
Force-Staff GH, and Kuroki now going back for that Basher that we do talk about for the Monkey
So why
King.
is it always is it because of the ultimate?
Yeah.
It's like turns it into a mini like Ravage.
Pretty much, it's pretty ridiculous what a support can do with that.
Again, we'll keep eyes on Faith to try to make sure that isn't too much trouble for him. If he can manage to cancel out that ult right away with the Blinding Light, that would be pretty nice. But here, Liquid looking to go on the move. They smoke up and they're heading right into NewBee territory here, where this Alk continues to try to find this little pocket of farm.
They're here. They're setting up. Matu's TPing in. He's stuck in the tree. He's got his treants up.
Miracle hustle down for Kaka, but NewBee are making their own approach from behind. Ooh, Omni Slash going to be totally soaked up there from Matama Man, so he goes down right away. Already a 1-for-1 split favoring NewBee, and they're chasing Liquid out from their side right now. Chase is on while Miracle is in the other half. We're going to see
SCCC is just chasing them down with this BKB.
Miracle needs to rotate back to the mid lane to assist his teammates. Now will step in, pops him with the Deafening Blast and the Ice Wall, but they're going to be able to get the GH finish there. KP gets it done. Miracle looks to move in. SEC, look at him diving in deep, looking to go for mind control. Who's able to get off the epicenter. Is it going to be enough firepower? It will be. They'll get the finish there. U9 looks to sweep in to help clean up what's remaining, but they're not going to be able to get it, and he's going to be forced to Blade Fury TP home.
Oh, S-Triple-C is crazy. I love this guy.
He's diving so friggin' deep, man.
He just went in with that. I mean, with the early BKB pickup, he can just run down the CM and the Monkey King. Maybe a little bit of an overcommittal trying to go for mind control too, but
yeah.
He's showing he's not afraid. That's for damn sure. Now Faith does have that Aghanims finished up that we've been talking about
Hell
nonstop.
yes.
So we're going to be seeing a gem picked up relatively soon after that, and that's when it starts becoming a little bit easier for NewBee to be able to make these moves. And I think KP did finish up the Blink Dagger right before that engagement, so that gives him much easier initiations. And that Blink Dagger on Nyx is so important because it allows Kaka to position himself much better in these fights as well.
And Matame also learned he could still get chewed up pretty easily there. I mean, just being a bit isolated. Unfortunately, had to eat the full Omni Slash. Even this, underfarmed Jug was able to kind of do some good work.
He was under the acid spray too, so he just got decimated by that minus armor.
Liquid thinking about tickling the Roche here a bit, but there are some NewBee members missing off the map, which is getting him a bit curious and slowing down the roll a bit. But I'm hearing some recalls here. Faith is bringing the party. Blasts across, but is going to be coming up just a bit short into the pit. More TPs in. Now SC's here. Can they kill this Roche fast enough? No, it looks like Liquid have already pulled away from the pit. NewBee will probably poke their head in, see that they touched it a bit. There they go, looking to go to the high ground. They'll see GH, and they'll quickly pop him down. Deep roll comes out from Kaka. They've spotted Kuro within the trees, and they'll also take him down. NewBee suddenly up with 2 kills. They themselves thinking about moving into they themselves looking to move into the ancient camp. Miracle trying his best to stop him, just easily blast down Kaka, but it cost him his own life. It may have.
20
He's
HP.
running away under the Ghost Walk right now and has somehow been able to make it out. He is gone. Barely.
If Faith was like point one more second on the Illuminate, anything would have finished cleaning him up, but really nice perceptive play there from Miracle, getting that Ghost Walk blink off.
And he actually stopped them from doing the Roche.
Yeah.
Good play from him. Mind control will keep the pressure down this mid lane, and NewBee are going to have to do a bit of a reset here. They can't go back in to go for the extra life and just go back for the farm instead. 6K gold, though, on SC. Bounty? Yummy. And now it gets recalled back to the side once again, where they anticipate there could be a new approach into the Roche pit, which there is. And that's when SC decides to just roll his way forward. BKB. Confident, drops the acid spray. The blast flies in. Meteor gets dropped around to KP. He's trying to find his way out, but they hit him with the dust. He needs another hat, and they get him. Miracle jumps in to go for the finish with a deafening blast, and will get it done. NewBee will be short their Nyx assassin here.
That Roche is half HP.
Yep. Miracle wants that life.
If KP had buyback ult, he would have probably done it instantly, but he does not have buyback ult.
Does need 30 seconds. They could recall him in at that point, but
they really want to fight around the Octarine, I believe, with S-Triple-C. He actually only picks up the Soul Booster.
But here they might roll it again. Here comes a big, mighty blast. We'll hit onto him. That's when SEC decides to dance on in. There goes the stun. There goes the tornado EMP. Is that going to pop the BKB? No. He wants to lose all the mana and go in for the Roche instead. Miracle's waiting on the other side, though.
Mind control. Epi
he's going to blink. There's the Epi. There's the burrow. There's the hit. A stun does come out. Miracle looking to go for the swipe. Does not get it. The Dire take the Roche kill, and it's U9 who grabs up the Aegis. Miracle going to be left inside. He's going to scoot himself out. Double stun, though.
From Kaka.
Yeah. Blast is waiting for him. And it's going to be NewBee. Take the Roche.
Did they get the last hit as well? They did. So they get the last hit on Roche. They get the Aegis.
I thought Miracle was going to be able to snipe that for sure. He was just waiting for the blinking snag, but
nobody dies. Somehow nobody died. In the midst of all of that chaos.
A 5-on-5 Roche pit engagement. No one dies. You don't see that happen in Dota like ever. All right. And what happens now? Based on these recent events, are we starting to say that NewBee could be pulling ahead in this one?
They're starting to trickle into favor. I would say so.
Still not
Still a little bit of a gold lead for Liquid.
Yeah. Especially considering the ALK, you could see the crippling factor of where the Jug was, and he's still trying to push himself into more relevance here as he's muscling his way towards what is looking like a Diffusal Blade, and there he commits for both the Blades of Alacrity, so definite Diffusal coming in.
So Gem almost picked up from Faith. Waiting for the next daytime in about a minute. They're going to be able to clear out a lot of the vision that was placed out from Liquid during that engagement near the Roche pit.
What about Matamaman's position in this game now? He's been able to finish out the Mjolnir. I mean, is it getting to that point in the game? Is he going to have to be a dirty ratter at any? Like, when do you have to get to that point?
Maybe eventually, but I think he wants to be able to get more involved in the team fights. He queues up the BKB as well, so he wants to be more involved in there. But every time I've seen him actually join in, he just gets like Omni Slash or just bursts it down very quickly. He only has one death, so that was the only one, but he's not really able to like dish out the damage that he would like to be doing. So he's just like, he's just pushing lanes out.
Yeah, doesn't offer a lot right at the moment except for his hefty right click, but if he's in right click territory, then he's also in die territory here.
Okay, so GH picked up a gem before there just recently, and he gave it to My Control, so now they're gonna be going on their own mission of dewarding.
Yep.
And putting the pressure onto NewBee.
Right up into NewBee Woods they go, probably planting some wards along the way if possible here.
So it's daytime now. Coddle has his gem finished up as well.
Did you say Kuro got his basher? He's got his basher now.
Yeah, he had I think he had a little bit go, but he wasn't able to use it because of the way the engagement happened, yeah.
Okay.
Little basher.
Oh, right in the high ground. Liquid were there waiting for him, and they're going to quickly assault Kaka and take him down. Now looking to go for the follow-up on a KP. They hit him up with the Yules. As he falls down, they'll also get that one too. Support
nice Orchid
offlaner.
usage there. Gets him right away.
Okay, good pick right there. Not the biggest of bountiful pickups there for Liquid, but still a prize in itself. And queued up a point booster. Is it Ag's time for SEC to start handing out?
Looks like it might be.
Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder if he's also going to be a part of the hand it off to Jug first.
Oh, he already has the whole one? What? Oh, I thought he only had the point boost. Just Alchemist things.
Oh,
who's he gonna give it to?
Is he going to give it to U9?
Jug
But they want to give
Nyx.
it to him in the dark?
Jug or
Doesn't wanna show
Nyx,
it?
right? I think maybe the Nyx, just because of how rough of a game KP's having.
Yeah.
If he's able to just position himself in the burrow, he's actually really hard to be brought down. I think that might be what he's doing. Let's see. KP's TPing in. He swaps it in. Yeah, he's going to give it to KP.
Nice. Well, give it to him, bro.
It's on cooldown, man. He just swapped it in, bro.
All right.
Backpack.
Backpack problems. Hold on, dude. Let me try to find it in my backpack. KP got a feeling his net worth jumps up quite a bit.
He's back. KP's like, thank you.
And, you know, all the goodness that comes with it. Suddenly they get that much more valuable of like a high ground defense.
Yeah, as long as they can like post up a team fight and just stay within the area of the burrow, it can be very powerful for them versus that Invoker and Furion. He's able to break the Lincolns a lot easier with that reduced cooldown and increased range. Just be just a much bigger nuisance, which, I mean, KP's had a pretty rough series. Even last game, he was doing his job, but he's just dying. I mean, he is, like I said, sacrificial lamb.
He's definitely been throwing himself for the greater good of the team into a lot of these fights just to get those initial setups, and it continues here in Game 2. Tier 1 goes down the bottom lane. The push goes on for NewBee, but so does it for Liquid here in the top lane. Forge Spirits now begin to creep their way into the high ground as CCC has to try his best to kind of slow that roll. But NewBee now hanging out inside Liquid territory here. Now they're going to get the recall, I think, for SC, and they'll see Mind Control. Ooh, pump fake once. He's going to be able to get the Yules off. Can he blink away? Oh, slide. And scoots out.
They don't like the positioning of where they are.
I know,
like,
it's
but
very awkward.
They do have a burrowed.
Oh, they
Nyx.
spotted the Kuro Monkey King hiding within the trees, of course, with that Ags, and they'll quickly take him down.
Oh, KP gets Orchided up. He's running into the Crystal Maiden. Ultimate Kaka gets Sunstriked as well.
Yep.
They're able to set up the Burrow Strike. BKB popped by SCCC. The Omni Slash committed onto Mind Control. Cleans him up. Gem dropped onto the ground. Looks like Liquid has to run away here. Tier 2 will be pressured now by NewBee. And they do claim that gem, as I just mentioned, which was used by the Sand
like,
King.
hell yes.
Double gem.
Yes. Man, good patience from NewBee. Didn't quickly just jump on the Sand King that was there in front of them. They recognized the positioning was so awkward, they decided to double back. And they had all that high ground flying unobstructed vision from the Coddle. They just see a little monkey dancing around within the trees and handle him.
Yeah, just like we were mentioning during the drafts. It's a very clever pickup from them. It's going to be going for...
Tries to pressure the top lane a bit. Could find himself going for those split pushes more often as this game progresses.
SCCC is going to be having the Abyssal Blade finished up any moment now. He can get rid of his armlet. His armor is still a little bit low, though. on the Alchemist. But there's no real like straight physical damage coming out from Liquid, so it's not really that too big, not that big of an issue.
And there's his Abyssal now done. All right, well, it's just getting a bit interesting for Liquid because you're trying to figure out where they're going to end up into this later game. Like, who is going to be their macho man? I mean, Miracle, without question, has got some serious late game potential, but
It's level 25 as well on Miracle
yeah.
now too. Takes the AoE deafening blast this game.
Curious though for Matama Man, some of these heavy team engagements, how much he's going to really be able to bring. Whereas maybe doing stuff like this is going to be his best move now. Some split pressure there, you know.
It's always hard as a Furion, like
Mm-hmm.
when you're playing versus these type of disables and everything. He does have the BKB now, but it's like, what do you really contribute with your for your team in a team fight? It's very hard for you to really do so when you're getting ran at.
Ooh, Miracle does get dusted, but he's so freaking fast. He already heads out the other side.
SCCC, they have GH, Matumba, and Kuroki kind of in the area, but he is way too beefy.
Yeah, that's the thing is like the damage is really, you know, to take down
Oh,
Alchemist.
Matu blinks in. Gets some damage on the tower, almost clears it, forces a glyph as well, but yep, Sprout TP's out.
Oh, that's going to be annoying. Looks like they've been able to get the catch on the Crystal Maiden, though. They will make her pay. She needs an Abyssal. Poor lady.
Sliced.
Man.
Matu sells his Midas now, and he finishes up the full Bloodthorn. So he's actually dealing quite a decent chunk of damage now, and going to be doubling back for an AC.
To the top lane he goes. All right. I am curious to see the next move from NewBee. It feels like their offensive potential has slowed down a little bit.
They seem to be feeling pretty good, though. Next Aghanim's being queued up. That one will probably go to the Jug. I mean, it could even go to the Earth Spirit.
They
Still a
feel,
possibility.
based on their body language, like they're just content playing the economy game and pulling this one out in the later. But they could find themselves pulled apart quite a bit here to deal with this very annoying Nature's Prophet. That's where it could be on KP to kind of make sure he stalks and gives him that little bit of extra know-how. As right now he could be doing that. Look at this. They're TPing in SCC, and they make the jump to go right onto Mind Control. But look at Matama Man just dish it out with that Blood Shard and just gives it right back at him. Monkey King dishes out the ult, but gets quickly blasted down. Turns into a 1-for-1 trade. Mighty Omni Slash flying through. Matama Man looking to retreat. Gets the Stealth Sprout. Looking to go for the TP out. Can he make it away? They're trying to slice him down through it. They can't do it. He is gone and out, but can we say the same for Miracle? Gets blasted with the stun. Gets hit up. His Lincoln's going to get popped. Slowly being brought down. The Sprout is there, and he has no way to get out from the trees. He's locked inside, and he's gone. Matama Man pulls out a hell of a save, and Miracle gets right back into the action to get the finish, but he does get hit with the stun, popping the Lincolns, and Miracle's good. Hell of a save there from Matama Man. Well, out on the other side, Mind Control looking to go for a deep commitment here. SCC just getting danced with right now.
Both of us just like, the Sprout!
He's like, oh,
no,
shit.
Matu had a lot of clutch plays there with the Bloodthorn as well onto the Earth Spirit. Just, it's just really well played there by them. Able to pick themselves up a couple kills. They do lose two, but still.
Okay. Aghanim's number 2. Who's this one going to? Probably
I would
U9.
imagine it would be U9, yeah. But U9, he actually didn't even get his BKB up. Did he not have it and then he swapped? Did he just buy it now after the engagement? Maybe. Let's see. Is he giving it to Kaka, the Aghanims? He did give it to Kaka instead. So now they do have the Stone Enchant Remnant.
He has got Blink
and
too.
the pull. Yeah, so now the catch potential and the save potential as well
save
too.
Potential. Yeah, that's good. It's a lot of good things.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Now that Sprout, is that concerning? They have ways to break down those trees, but I'd hate to see SCCC caught in those kind of pickles every fight moving forward. They have, Earth Spirit to help break down the trees. They have, I believe it's still Quelling Blade onto KP.
Yeah, Quelling Blade on Faith and KP, I believe, and they have a 4-step as well.
They got to be there for him if he is trapped out. Oh, that pesky Matama Man, he's got our tier 3. Our Rax is now exposed. Let the rat begin.
Let the shrines as well begin.
Yep. Look at this. Smoke run from NewBee right into Liquid territory here, but Liquid are already out on the other side. splitting the map as much as possible. Miracle doing his thing up at the top. This is going to be hair pulling for NewBee now.
Oh, that tier 1's still alive. He's got 30 HP.
No one wants to deny it.
Oh, they're coming on. They're getting the big wraparound here. Mind Control blinks in. He gets this stun onto Faith.
BKB Miracle jumping right in. Insta blast and takedown onto Faith here. Now it's going to be SC and them slashing it out. He'll get the quick takedown on the Mind Control. It goes right for the buyback. NewBee looking to pull off from this fight. Are they going to be able to make it out, though? Caught deep in with side is going to be Kaka. He will have to be the sacrifice. NewBee still trying to run, but GH is still on the chase. Gets the frostbite onto SCCC. Now Matama Man rotating in. That's the Sprout. They're both trapped inside. There goes the Spring. There goes the CM ulti. And that's going to be the end of both of them. Instantly shredded apart. And now looking for more. KP trying to make an escape, but it's not going to be happening. The Alk buys back too. Recognizing that the push is coming, but
what?
These cores are just trapped within the trees. When they don't have the assistance from those allies who have the ways to get them out, they're just stuck.
Instant buyback from Mind Control to get them to be able to chase out multiple heroes. Matu with, I mean, oh, I don't know how you can't even plan those. It's just perfect sprouts.
That was crazy.
And they do claim themselves Faith Gem, and I think they got their own gem back too. So NewBee now has no gem, and they're going to have to buy themselves another one if they want it. But I don't think it'll be up just yet. I think they bought it within the last couple minutes. But you can't check, so.
The tides continue to turn, and the net worth will be reclaimed by Liquid once again on the back of that fight. Real impressive. Can be a bit concerning now. SCCC also just dished out his buyback in that previous engagement too. The ball is in Liquid's court as they finish out their first shrine. Could decide to just easily go coast to coast. Actually, they already have the Treants there and claim yet another 150 gold.
It's like Jug and Alchemist versus the world, kind of in a way, because KP just keeps getting brought down so quickly in the starts of the fights from the Bloodthorn.
Yep. Still, got to give a little bit of respect to NewBee and their high ground defense. Now they got the Burrow Nyx Assassin plus the Keeper Ags.
Plus the Earth Spirit Ags.
Acid Spray. There's a lot. Yeah, he could just jump out there and kick someone into the base. Isolate them out. Straight up. You know, it's another great tool they wish they had when they're caught in Sprout. You can always just pull SCCC out. But Liquid have been doing a great job of taking out the supports. And Liquid are continuing to kind of try to be the shepherds here and corral NewBee inside the safety of their own home as they continue to pressure the top lane and the mid lane.
Yeah, just pushing all three lanes in, pressuring the shrines. None of them are really waiting on any like big item just yet from what I see on Liquid. They've got the BKB now on the Monkey King. AC finished up on Matu. Everyone's looking like they've got their critical mass, and this could be when they go for the push since they do have the Aegis
Bit
on.
of a misplay there by Mind Control.
We didn't see it. We didn't see it.
I saw it. Hopefully it doesn't cost him too much. There's a Yules. A bit of a mistiming there for the Boulder Smash. Miracle still waiting within the trees, but he might just have to see his teammate go down or not. He's like, I'll battle it out. It's an Aegis after all. Miracle pops his BKB, rolls on in, gets the easy takedown of Kaka, and that's when Matama Man shows up with that deadly Sprout. U9 trying to go for the TP within the trees, and will be able to make it out.
Yeah, BKB TP. He did have to BKB, though.
Only costs Liquid their Aegis. But now they don't have to worry about that pesky possible initiation coming out from the Earth Spirit Ags.
Yeah, still, it's very hard to just five-man push a lane. Like, obviously not just from the armor that you get from all the heroes being there from the recent changes, but also Burrowed Nyx and, the Earth Spirit and everything. Then you just got to do the split push multiple lanes, and that's exactly what Matu does. Will they be able to catch him with this Silver Edge? UU9 is in.
Yo, they hit him once, they hit him twice. They go for the Omni, and he tries to hide within the Sprout. Eats the cheese, goes for the TP, and says, see you later, nerds. Right back to the top lane. And right back to his team, who are already inside the base, making a fight happen. Oh my god, Epic Burrow to fly out. The instant takedown of KP. BKB's popped even on Kuro now, as they'll shred through the tier 3. All that attention drawn from NewBee to the bottom lane allows the kind of opening for Liquid to creep on in.
We're at Dota. You mentioned it before. When is the time for Matu to just start the splitting, and this is when it is.
Pulling NewBee apart, forcing their ties to one side or the other here, or at least
Matu,
forcing themselves to be
bottom.
grossly unnumbered.
It's going right away for that.
Just simply disgusting.
There's no glyph either. He's got AC. He should bring that melee Rex down very quickly, but he is a bit reluctant on how much he wants to commit. His BKB was still on cooldown, doesn't want to die. And he just backs up.
This is going to be super annoying for NewBee moving forward. Faith is going to have his work cut out for him here. Maybe they should just plop him in the bottom lane and continue to blast it out or something, but they know they need him nearby also for these blinding lights and everything else, and these heals.
Now they're starting to chip at the range Rex instead. They're like, okay.
Unhealable damage.
Unhealable damage.
Unhealable damage. Got him.
Just keeping them, like you said, yeah, corralled in their base. Liquid just keeping the pressure on, forcing all 3 lanes in, not letting NewBee be the aggressors at all.
Starve them out. Starve them out. Liquid need this win more than ever, really. They need wins moving forward for this group stage. They want a chance at top 2. Quick little pullback there. And NewBee just continuing to try to get all these creeps and critters off their front lawn. But for one lane they go to and they're pressured, the next lane's already wound up and ready to head to the high ground. It's a very nice spread here. And I don't know if the onus is on NewBee to try to make a move.
It's just non-stop getting chipped at. Range Rex, 140 HP, 115, almost dead. Not needing to commit anything for that. They're just throwing forward spirits.
Just as their creeps run out, that's Miracle kind of dealing with them. Matama in the bottom lane also still pressuring there. U9 tries to run on out, but they have sentries now.
Yeah, GH went over and set up a ward and a sentry to watch that kind of gank potential. Nice.
And just as they make their approach to the bottom lane, that's when Liquid run on into the top lane to look to go for the finish. Miracle just pops his BKB, and he is going for the objective at hand, and they will get it done.
Bottom lane as
top
well.
Set of racks gone. Liquid looking to go for the bottom set as well, but Matama hard committing for it. Pops his BKB, self-sprout, gets forced out from it, and they will actually manage to bring him down this time. And still chasing for more. It looks like GH has been spotted. Tries to go for the freezing field, but going to get quickly canceled there. But hey, Liquid get a good prize. That's 3 Raxes.
Yeah, they get the top set and the melee Rex bottom. And now I think this is where NewBee's probably like, we can't let them do that ever again. We can't let them do this chipping. We need to start running on the engagements.
I don't know what they do to stop it, though.
Dire Courier gets slain with like 4,000 gold on him. What was that?
Yeah, he's taunting away, juggling. What was on that Courier? I hate that they swapped the hotkeys. I can't just hit 2 anymore to look at it.
Yeah.
It makes me sad. Oh, Miracle! Confidently moving in with a BKB. Knows he can easily isolate and take down Kaka. And gets it done, but can he get away? Look at the trouble that's coming. He's getting all paths covered. He's like, Ice Path over here. EMP over there. No one chase me, please.
8,000 gold on that Invoker.
Can you hand a Moonshard to somebody, sir?
Maybe that's where the Courier's gone.
Give it to Monkey King. That'd be pretty vicious. Well, Liquid still confident to move through this top lane. NewBee close by, though. Struggling. Oh, they spotted Kuro, but Kuro's like, I got to get
He's got the BKB with his Abyssal.
Ah, yep.
Dead.
No. Yes, Kuro.
Again, Matu with the split push. Gets a lot of damage on that tier 3 mid. SCCC having, I think it was 3 parts of the Aghanims on the Courier, and then a 900 gold item, which I would assume would be the quarterstaff for the Juggernaut. But I have no idea, actually. I'm completely just assuming. But I know it was probably the 3 parts of the Aghanims for the Alchemist. And now he's going to be giving us the Moonshard to the Juggernaut very soon.
NewBee can't make it out from their base, man. They had a bit of a decommitment there trying to make the chase for Miracle, but you can see that just anytime they venture out from home, they just get punished for it. They have a tight leash. And I don't know what the hell they're going to do to just change this. Anytime they want to venture out, I don't know what's going to stop Liquid from moving in and going for Megas.
Battle Fury picked up on Juggernaut.
Yep.
50 minutes in. Just feeling like he needs to be able to push these waves out. They're just constantly getting forced into their faces.
Why a Battle Fury and not just like getting a Maelstrom or something?
Being able to cut the tree from the sprout, right?
Aha! Yeah. That's true.
Doesn't want to get kited.
So true. Aha.
Aha.
Aha. Here we go. Little bit of space here for NewBee to finally creep out as they head on south here. No Liquid members in the vicinity, it would appear.
Deso finished up for Kuroki. This is where it's like a lot of luxury items coming out for Liquid, so we'll just check which ones. I think it's an full Aghanims for the Crystal Maiden. And wait, did I just say that right?
Aghanims is so good now too. I don't know if I've seen an Aghanims Crystal Maiden in a competitive game personally, but you got to remember that's frostbite for anyone stuck inside.
Yeah. Oh, I keep forgetting that you can you can give the moon shards to your teammates globally.
Yep, it's globally.
I saw him turn and it looked like he used it on the Crystal Maiden. I was like, did Miracle just give CM a moon shard? And then I see the Furion has it all the way in the top lane. I forgot that you could do it globally.
Yeah,
I
it
did
doesn't
see
make a
that,
sound
yeah.
or anything. You just suddenly have it.
I thought it had gotten hotfix because I saw that you could do it initially, and I thought somebody like said something, and I thought it was actually changed, but guess not.
Nope. And during this time window, I don't know how much NewBee were able to kind of get done. There is going to be a Roche coming up. That's probably what Liquid could be waiting for here.
What NewBee got done during that time was they pulled Juggernaut not only a moon shard but an Aghanims as well now. So his net worth jumped up quite a bit.
Yeah, finally managed to get himself up in the head, at least over the Sand King. But only credit to all the assistance from his comrades. Look at Liquid here. Miracle and Matama in the bottom lane, perched up, waiting to find a sneaky way maybe inside, while on the other front, scouting the Roche to see when that will come back. NewBee just looks like they're going to double back towards their base here.
It's too hard for them to catch these split pushers, even though they have the Coddle Recall and the Nyx and the Earth Spirit being able to do it. It's just like all three lanes are being pressured in.
It's nighttime now too.
Yeah, and Liquid is doing a really good job of always having like two people. It's never one person isolated mid lane.
Oh, they spotted 9. Yeah, they got a good stun onto him. A force on in, a deafening blast. He finally gets a BKB off, but he's not able to get anything done. Both him and STCC will go down. That's going to be a forced buyback. This could be the beginning of the end here. If NewBee can't hold, and now being down a man, it's going to be so big. And now they lose another. That's a gem on the deck as KP's going to get dropped. That's a crucial factor of their high ground defense. Now it's pretty much all on the Coddle to try to slow it down with SCCC. But I don't think they're going to be able to do it alone here. But Tamaman going right on in confidently with the BKB, taking it right to the tier 3, but the glyph is on. Hits him up with the Sprout. They look to bump him back. And now from the low ground, GH with the Aghanims freezing field doing destructive work, taking out Kaka right away. Miracle gets the finish on the tower, and Liquid looking to go for Megas and looking to at least even this series up 1-for-1. And I think they've got it. Mega's now unleashed, and that's going to be the game. Liquid putting on a much stronger showing for game number 2. NewBee still make them sweat a bit for it, but that was definitely much more decisive. Liquid get their first win of DAC after 4 games. 4 games, they finally get it.
That was like some small mistakes from NewBee, just maybe a couple little overcommittals, and then the buyback from Mind Control. I think the big one was around that Ancient area, and then they get a Roche as well right after